Hi, I'm Alex Pault, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talking Timepieces, where we talk about watch collecting and horology. Before we get into the watches, I did want to point out I recently picked up a copy of A Man and His Watch, and it promises to be a very good read. So, yeah, you should try it out yourself. I'll let you know if it's really worth reading or if it's just a good coffee table book after I read it. I'll do a little episode on it, or maybe we'll use it as the jumping off point for one of the live episodes. Okay, so that was A Man and His Watch. Today, we're going to talk about one of my friend Rob's watches. As I told you, he's going through his inexpensive collectibles phase, which I think he's pretty much burned through at this point. He told me he's pretty much done with buying inexpensive pieces, but then considering the number that he currently has in his collection, including this one, I can understand why he wants to move on to another phase of his collecting journey. But this is a very interesting Invicta Pro Diver with a very interesting movement presentation. So let's flip the camera around and take a close look at this watch. But before I do, please remember to subscribe. It really helps the channel. It affects everything that happens on YouTube, and it only takes a click. So please subscribe. It really matters. So let's take a close look at this watch. This is the Invicta Pro Diver 24692 mechanical watch. I do find it interesting that they call it a Pro Diver, because the nature of the watch and its movement make it more of a hybrid sports luxury. It really is trying to show high horology here, or pretend at high horology. Invicta is known for its sports watch homages. This is an interesting mix of luxury type with this rail type movement. It's a Chinese movement. It's the movement itself is a JQR 5000. It's pretty common, 20 joules, and yeah, straightforward hand wind mechanical movement. I would have called it a skeleton, except you really can't see through the rail. Some companies that do this, like Quorum or others, will skeletonize this so you can see through the rail. But essentially all you have here is, I wouldn't even call these waves, you've got kind of brushed lines on this movement. And yeah, it is supposed to be kind of a luxurious presentation of a quote-unquote elegant movement in a sporty case, but I don't know. It's not blowing my skirt up. This is from my friend Rob's collection, and he's just going through some interesting affordable watches, and so this one caught his eye because, well, it is a funky presentation, and it is an open mechanical movement. It's just that it's in this diver's case, which I find kind of interesting. It is a completely see-through case. Let's see something here. Get out the tester. Oh, okay, and nothing. Control and wristwatch check. I'm wearing, today's Flieger Friday, I'm filming this, so I'm wearing my Breitling Navitimer, which has a sapphire crystal, as you can see. And so this is just a mineral glass. I doubt they put it on the back. Obviously, it would be kind of, I would say, a little dumb to put a sapphire crystal on the back when the watch has a mineral glass crystal, but you never know. But it is an interesting presentation. Here, let me zoom in on it from this angle. You see, it is an interesting presentation. It's completely see-through. and it is arguably skeleton because you can see all angles. I just wouldn't say it's skeletonized. But it is definitely an open heart, open back, open to the elements, as it were. But because of its construction, it's actually pretty rugged and would work in this presentation. I mean, if you wanted something that was a funky mix of elegance and sport, this isn't that bad of a choice, especially considering this is not an expensive watch. So as Rob is discovering, it's a way to play with some designs, do some fun things, and enjoy a funky, eclectic, interesting at the very least, piece. So let's do some measurements and then throw it on the wrist. Okay. So what we got here? We've got 47. So yeah, I would say this is it's a 47. Yeah, 47, which is pretty big for such a straightforward movement, but probably the length of the movement forced them that way, because a lot of watches with this type of a movement are a rectangular or more of a vertical presentation. The 14.7 thick, 14.7 thick. Yeah, oh, yeah. Come on. It's 13.7 thick. Okay, well, it's not that thick, although it's pretty thick for a hand winder. But then again, in this case, this is probably the thinnest diving case they've got. Now, the bracelet is, I mean, well, the case is, like I said, your typical homage diving case. The bracelet is, it's okay, It's okay, and it's pin and sleeve, of course. The buckle is just your traditional stamped buckle with the security clasp. But yeah, like I said, this is a fun, interesting piece, something to talk about at the bar, but it's not something that I would get for myself. But then again, everyone has their own tastes, and if you like this, Invicta is selling them. Let's throw it on the wrist. I really like my Navit timer. It's a nice piece. But you know, there are all kinds of pieces in the world, all kinds of nice watches to wear, and this might float your boat, you know. It's not a bad-looking watch. It definitely is interesting presentation, and yeah, like I said, it's definitely a conversation starter. So that was the Invicta Pro Diver mechanical see-through watch. All in all, an interesting piece. So let's flip the camera around and close out the episode. That was the Invicta Pro Diver, mechanical, hand-wound, interesting presentation, and all in all, definitely falls into the category of fun, inexpensive watches from Invicta. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe.